That's something. Crazy, right? Sony has made history by coming up with a camera like this. The features that the a9iii has, nobody has ever seen them in a camera like this together. This is unbeatable and perhaps going to be unbeatable for some time now. 120 FPS, blackout free, 1/80,000 shutter speed, pre-capture, global shutter. It has everything an action camera needs. Hey everyone, welcome back to another video on this channel, and today we are going to talk about the Sony a9iii in detail. Sony has added a couple of new things on the camera body. Here is the C5 button. The grip is different, but this button right here, I hope this gets changed real soon because it does at times get stuck in the old camera bodies. We have the same A7R5 screen. It comes out, turns and turns. Full articulation. I have been desperately waiting for this in a wildlife camera. I hope the new A1 gets it too. Card slots are the regular ones, 2 CF Express, Type A and dual SD. Now the ergonomics have for sure improved. The grip is also a little different and the look and feel has definitely improved a lot. Performance, 120 frames per second is something crazy. So far in my knowledge, no camera has 120 FPS RAW. The autofocus is good. There were hardly any instances where it lost the focus during the burst mode. It's perfect for sports and action. And you might be that guy who says, who needs 120 FPS? I have my 6 FPS and I click better than half of the world. Well, possible, good for you, but it's a matter of fraction of seconds between this and this. So the better the frame rate, the better will be your success rate of getting that one frame that can make all the difference. Now the downside of this is the number of images you end up shooting every time you click the shutter button. So to sort that out, C5 comes in. You can go in the menu, dedicate the custom button to continuous shutter speed boost with hold, and with a click of this, your 120 FPS would kick in. So basically keep this on, let's say high or medium or low, depending on the kind of action going on. And if you anticipate a super fast movement, let's say a bird that's going to take off, click this and start shooting. Save your memory. Autofocus. Okay, check this. It has a few extra tracking modes. Animal, bird animal, insect and human. For human, it performs really good. We have Irshad over here who's going to assist us. Look at this. The eye tracking is phenomenal. This camera is basically designed for action. Not even once did it miss the focus. But then let's try it on a fast moving subject. A bird maybe. So here this beautiful bird is sitting on the flowers and you can see the focus is constantly on the eyes. There are times when the eyes are not visible, so the focus is shifting a little, but still it's on the bird. It's able to capture and make sure that the bird is in focus. Now look at that. The moment it saw the eye, the focus was again locked on the eye. And when the bird flew, all the shots that we captured are properly in focus and super sharp. Now let's discuss the most awaited feature, pre-capture. Check this icon. It shows your pre-capture is on. Basically, whichever images you click on pre-capture, they are going to have this particular icon. In pre-capture, you have control to click what has already happened. Crazy, right? In wildlife, it's pretty common to miss a shot by a fraction of seconds. So a9iii can basically go in the past and click all those images you missed in that 1 second or whatever time span you have set. Now, I have set it on 1 second, which is the maximum. Only one downside. You end up clicking like a lot of photos, and that at times can be a problem. Now, when you're playing back, it becomes very difficult to go through all the images. So you can simply play back the video and pick the frame that you like. This feature was very important with such a high frame rate. Global shutter. Let's sort this out once and for all. Then we discuss if you need it or not. What is global shutter? So the regular sensor works in rows. Every row of pixels scans the entire scene one by one. So the bottom scanning is, let's say, a little late than the top scanning. Now, if the camera that you're using takes a bit of an extra time to move from this to this, you can get that warpy, rolling shutter, broken barry kind of an effect. Ever notice that? It's okay because the camera these days are really good. So the delay is not a lot, and hence you might not have even encountered that issue at all. Now the global shutter is going to scan everything together. All the pixels work together. All pixels will capture the light together. and hence this delay issue is totally eradicated. Since all the pixels are working together, the chances of that yellowing effect or the rolling shutter effect that they call it are zero. All the straight lines are going to come out straight. So yes, it's a very useful feature for a lot of photographers, mostly all of them. For very apparent use to a wildlife photographer, but it's a very good feature to have because the kind of shutter speed that this camera provides is only possible on global shutter. And there are certain other features also that were only possible on the global shutter, like such a high frame rate. Now there are a couple of downsides of the global shutter as well, so of course we will discuss those also. The base ISO is going to be 250 while on the other cameras it's 100. It does matter because when the light is as good as this, the ISO level matters, especially in the videos. But this is your decision. I'm good with the exchange. All these features for letting go of a little over one stop of ISO kind of is doable for me. However, there is another downside of a global shutter, and that is the dynamic range. Now, whether you should invest in such a camera or not depends on, first, of course, the budget, because it's priced considerably high. And second is, how well do you understand photography? Like if you're just starting, then 120 FPS or 20 FPS won't even matter to you. But if you have been into photography and you're looking for a good update, then definitely it's a very good investment, because right now, for action, this is the best camera on the market by far.